Hey, what's up, Brazilian Health Nut Tribe? Bruno da Gama here, and today I want to talk to you about macronutrient ratio, carbohydrates, fat, and protein. But I want to talk to you about in terms of your plate, okay? So actually I'm gonna show you my plate that I just cooked here, and I'm gonna break it down for you in terms of how you can go about figuring it out, like how much carbs and protein and fat you should be having in your plate, because when you're eating, you're actually eating from your plate, right? You're not thinking that, you are actually doing. So that's what I'm going to be doing here. And for people who don't know, you should have a little bit of a background what is carbohydrates and protein and fat is in terms of food, okay? But I'm gonna make things simple, and I'm actually gonna be showing you straight from the plate, okay? And there is a lot of talk about, oh, we should be doing low carb, low fat, high fat, protein, you know, a lot of different opinions on that thing. I'm gonna give you my best advice here in terms of showing you the plate and how you can determine what you should be taking and putting in there. Cool? So let's go. Let me show you here. I just did this amazing plate here. I'm super hungry. That's gonna be my lunch. So, you know, it's a lot of food, guys, I have to tell you. But fortunately, it fits into the plate. Cool? So let's start here. Let me show you. I think you guys can see it. Alright, so I'm gonna point here with my fork, okay? Here's my plate, my lunch today. And you can tell right away that most of the things here, it's plants, okay? So more than 70%, I would say, of this plate is composed by plants. 30% to 20% is composed by animal food, okay? What I'm having here from my animal food today is turkey. I have ground turkey here, and you can see it's a big portion because it goes underneath there a little bit actually, and then all the rest are composed by plants, right? So I have a lot of vegetables. I have green here, kale, I have carrots, I have tomato, I have asparagus, and I think you guys can see here I have avocado, one of my favorite foods, okay? And then also I have some roots. I have sweet potato as well, okay? So that's what I'm having here to eat. And of course I cook all of this into coconut oil and butter, okay? Those are my two fat options. And it might seem like, oh, you're having a lot of carbohydrates, but if we stop to think about, actually 50 to 6%, I would say, of this plate is composed by fats. First of all, I have a lot of avocado here, okay? Avocado is mainly fat, and remember that all foods are composed by protein, fats, and carbohydrates, okay? But the great majority of avocado, it's fat, okay? So here you go, I have a lot of fat coming from the avocado. I also, like I told you before, I cooked this in coconut oil and butter. So butter and coconut oil are very rich in fat. So there is a lot of fat coming from those foods, okay? Also on the turkey, there is a little bit of fat, right? And like here, there is a little bit of fat coming from sweet potato. And the salads, it's very little though. It's mostly, this is carbohydrates and fiber, right? So 50 to 70%, it's a good recommendation in terms of your fat consumption, okay? Let's go talk about protein now. What is my main source of protein here? It is the turkey, okay? That's where most of my protein is coming from on this plate. Probably around 20 to 30%, I would assume, okay? It's a good estimate for protein coming from here. And again, there is a little bit of protein coming from here, of course. And oh, I forgot to mention a little bit of more fat. I put olive oil here on top. So there is also a lot of, like 1 to 2 tablespoons of olive oil as well here, okay? A lot of fats. And then everything else is carbohydrates, okay? And here, the salad, the carrots, the tomato, it doesn't have too much of a carbohydrate net. It's mostly fiber and water, so I don't even count that. What I'm counting here in terms of carbohydrates is my sweet potato, okay? And here's it's a good thing for you guys to think about in terms of the sweet potato. If you are somebody who are a little bit of sensitive to carbohydrates, or you're trying to lose weight, or you're not very active, maybe you should have this like half of a sweet potato and a little bit more of veggies, a little bit more turkey, okay? So you can tweak that plate according to your necessities, and that's really the secret here is to tweak according to your own physiology and your own lifestyle, because everybody is different. We have to see the person as an individual, okay? For myself, I'm pretty active and I can handle carbohydrates well. So I have a whole sweet potato. If you are somebody, like I told you before, who struggles with weight, or maybe you are sensitive to carbohydrates, maybe you have just half and add more fat and more protein in your diet, so in your plate, so it's a little bit more of like a ketogenic kind of plate. Okay, more fat, little bit of protein, and very low carbohydrates. So you have to tweak, you have to understand how your body works. Okay, that's super important. You have to understand your own biology. That's the most important thing always. Do the things that works for you. Don't let me or anybody else tell you what you should be doing without you testing it out. Cool? So that's my plates. That's how I do it in terms of macronutrient ratios. Okay, carbohydrates, protein, and fats. 70 to 50% fat, 20 to 30% protein, 20 to 30% carbohydrates. Simple as that. 70% of the plate, plants, 30% animal food. Boom. There we go. There you got it. So don't forget to visit my website, brazilianhealthnut.com, and follow me on all the social medias, Instagram, Snapchat, all over. Periscope, that's the one that I do daily, so you guys don't want to miss it. Bruno da Gama. Cool? So I hope you guys like it, and I talk to you later. Peace out.